Welcome to Language Arts class, 2nd grade. Today we have getting ready for a test. And so we will think about some things for a test today. So let's do some review here. So we have, first of all, going over our dividing syllables chart again. I'll read to you the rule and then I'll show you the words then on the board as I go through it. So number 1 is divide a compound word between the two words, as in cupcake, between the two words. Number 2, divide a word between the prefix, root word, and the suffix, as in unloading. Number 3, divide a word with double consonants between the double consonants, as in rubber, between the double consonants. Number 4, divide a word with unlike consonants between the unlike consonants, as in basket, between the S and the K. Number 5, divide a word with a long vowel after the long vowel. Do not divide a vowel set. So we have tiger after the long vowel and also a vowel set here after the vowel set. Number 6, divide a word with a short vowel after the consonant. So we have the short vowel word here, pedal, so we go after the consonant if it's a short vowel. Number 7, do not divide consonant digraphs. So we have the word weather here, and we do not divide the consonant digraphs. We go right after the consonant digraphs. If it's a short vowel, go after the consonant digraph. If it's a long vowel, go just before. And then we have number 8, when a word ends with a consonant and LE, divide it before the consonant and LE. As in candle, divide it before the consonant and LE. And the last one, do not divide the letters CK. Divide the word between the CK and the ending syllable. So CK does not get divided. They are friends and they do not want to be divided. Okay, so now let's think about phrases. We have the phrase, the big ears of the elephant. And so we want to make that into a sentence. So we need to add words to that phrase to make it a good sentence. So we could say, the big ears of the elephant fanned himself in the hot sun. We could say, the big ears of the elephant, well, let's try it at the ending of the sentence. So we could say, John touched the big ears of the elephant. So that would be a complete sentence. What are the 5 parts of a friendly letter? Let's think of friendly letters again. So the 5 parts of a friendly letter are, and I'll just show you a paper here again, the heading and the greeting and the body and the closing and the signature. And which 3 parts need a comma? So you remember which 3 parts need a comma? So the greeting or the heading, let's start with the heading first. The heading is the date and it needs a comma after the day, between the day and the year. And then we also need a comma in the greeting. Right after the greeting gets a comma. And then we need a comma in the closing. Right after the closing we get a comma also. Which words get capitalized in the greeting? Every word gets capitalized in the greeting. So often, or you have a name, often you might write dear and then you have a name. So then every word gets capitalized in the greeting. In the closing, only the first word gets capitalized. And you might often have only one word, but if you have several words, only the first word gets capitalized in the closing. And then also in the heading, backing up to the heading, we have the date, the month of the month that you're writing the letter, as in we have December here, so the month always gets capitalized. Okay, so which words should be capitalized in titles of books? Always we capitalize the every word that is the first and the last word always get capitalized, and then the ones in between, only the big words. So then first and the last words get capitalized, and any important words in between, like important words would be like bigger words, get capitalized. Okay, and let's look now over here at these sentences on the board. We have dividing syllables here. Buckle gets divided after CK, people after the vowel set, and ruffle between the two double consonants. Okay, number 2 says 10 noisy chickens squawked, and they want us to diagram that sentence, so we'll diagram it. So we have a line like this. Nouns always go on your left. Chickens is the noun, and squawked, it tells what the chickens did. So squawked is the verb. Verbs always go on the right. And then we have 2 describing words, 10 and noisy. Go underneath chickens because they describe chickens. Chickens is your noun, and 10 and noisy are describing words. Okay, the next number we have is number 3, and it says, I wish I could go to Grandma's, said Lily. So we need to put quotation marks in here. Quotation marks are marks that curl around what somebody said, the exact words of the speaker. So we'll go like that and like this, because I wish I could go to Grandma's are the exact words of Lily. And then the next sentence says, Mom scolded, get the cat out of here. So what were the exact words of Mom? The exact words were, get the cat out of here. So we'll put quotation marks around there. Okay, and then let's review your cursive over here. So we have F and a G and a Q and a T and an S and an X and a Y and a Z. So F's, we go like this with the S. And the G's go like this. Q's and T's. S's. X. Y. And Z. Okay, so those were the last letters that you learned in cursive. Yeah, I think we've gone over most of our things now, 2nd grade. Be really careful on your test and try and see if you can get 100% today. Okay, I'll talk to you again tomorrow, and you all have a good day.